Hey everyone, welcome to the Reality Access. Here we bring you the latest 90-day fiancé news and exclusive updates every day. If you enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel now. When viewers first met Jenny Slatin and Sumit Singh on 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, few people believed their relationship would survive the endless drama, cultural pressure, family conflicts, and emotional heartbreak that constantly surrounded them. Their story began in one of the most unexpected ways possible. Sumit, living in India and working at a call center, created a fake online identity and pretended to be a man named Michael Jones. Using stolen photos of a handsome male model, he spent months talking to Jenny Slatin from California. Jenny had no idea the man she was falling for was not who he claimed to be. However, despite this shocking deception, their emotional connection became very real. When Sumit finally admitted the truth, many viewers expected Jenny to leave him forever. Instead, she shocked everyone by forgiving him almost immediately. Jenny believed that the emotional bond they had built was stronger than the lie that started it all. Even though Sumit had catfished her, she could see that his feelings were genuine. That decision changed both of their lives forever and started one of the most controversial relationships in the history of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. The couple's massive 30-year age difference quickly became one of the biggest problems in their relationship. Sumit's traditional Indian family strongly disapproved of Jenny, believing she was far too old for their son. His parents especially struggled with the idea of him marrying an American woman who was older than them in some ways culturally and socially. Wanting to maintain family honor and tradition, Sumit's parents arranged a marriage for him with another woman. However, even after getting married, Sumit secretly continued his relationship with Jenny long distance. Their emotional connection remained strong, and Jenny believed they were destined to be together no matter how impossible things seemed. Everything changed when Jenny made the life-changing decision to leave America and move to India during The Other Way Season 1. She arrived believing she would finally begin a peaceful life with Sumit, only to discover that he had hidden major secrets from her. Not only had he failed to tell his parents she was moving in, but he also kept his existing marriage hidden from her. Viewers watched Jenny break down emotionally after learning the truth. Many fans believed the relationship was over for good at that point. However, somehow the couple once again found a way to stay together despite the betrayal and chaos surrounding them. For a long time, Sumit lived a double life. He spent time with Jenny while secretly traveling back and forth to his parents' house and maintaining the appearance of a married man. Eventually, everything exploded when his in-laws discovered the truth. The confrontation became one of the most dramatic moments in the franchise. After months of emotional turmoil and family pressure, it was finally decided that Sumit would divorce his first wife. Once the divorce process began, Sumit and Jenny officially started building a life together openly in India. The couple eventually settled into a bungalow in Uttar Pradesh, India. During The Other Way Season 2, fans were given a closer look into their new life together through a traditional Hindu house blessing ceremony. The emotional and spiritual ritual symbolized a fresh beginning for the couple after years of pain and secrecy. A priest stood at the entrance of the home, guiding Jenny and Sumit through sacred customs designed to purify the space and remove negative energy. Water was poured into their hands using a leaf, while Sanskrit prayers filled the air. Jenny carefully balanced a flower pot on her head part of the ceremony, and viewers were surprised when even a cow was brought into the home for blessings. The moment represented Sumit's attempt to blend his culture and traditions with his future alongside Jenny. Still, despite finally living together openly, life in India was not always easy for Jenny. She constantly struggled with criticism from Sumit's parents, especially his mother, Sana. For years, Sana openly rejected Jenny and blamed her for destroying her son's future. She even threatened to disown Sumit after discovering he secretly married Jenny. The emotional pressure on the couple became overwhelming at times, and viewers frequently wondered whether their marriage could survive the constant negativity. At one point, Jenny and Sumit seriously considered leaving India entirely and starting over somewhere new. Thailand became a possible option after fellow 90 Day Fiancé stars David Tabarovsky and Annie Suwon offered to show them a condo in Jomtien Beach. During an episode of 90 Day Diaries, David proudly presented the fully furnished one-bedroom condo, explaining that it was available for 2.1 million Thai baht. The beachside location, lower stress environment, and foreign ownership benefits made it extremely attractive for the couple. Jenny especially seemed excited about the possibility of escaping the family tension and judgment they constantly faced in India. Fans thought the move to Thailand might finally happen, especially because Sumit and Jenny appeared emotionally exhausted from years of family conflict. However, after carefully considering the idea, they ultimately decided to stay in India and continue trying to build peace with his family instead of running away from the situation. In one of the most surprising developments in their story, Sumit's mother Sana slowly began softening toward Jenny. During a January 2024 episode of 90 Day Diaries, viewers witnessed an emotional turning point when Sana officially accepted Jenny as her daughter-in-law. For fans who had watched years of screaming matches, insults, tears, and rejection, the moment felt almost unbelievable. Even Jenny appeared shocked by the sudden change in attitude. While some viewers remained skeptical and questioned whether the peace would last, the emotional progress was undeniable. Around the same time, Jenny and Sumit also downsized their living situation and moved into a smaller apartment inside a gated community. Although the apartment was smaller than their previous bungalow, it was cleaner, safer, and more manageable financially. Rising rent costs and the deteriorating condition of their old home forced the couple to rethink their lifestyle. Financial stress also became a major concern after Sumit lost his restaurant job. He struggled to find stable employment because many available chef positions required professional culinary training that he did not have. Despite these challenges, one positive development continued to grow stronger: Jenny's relationship with Sana. Over approximately 15 months, the two women slowly built mutual understanding. Sumit eventually admitted to his mother that the financial pressure was becoming difficult. He even asked Jenny, now 65 years old, to consider working again. Surprisingly, Sana supported the idea and appeared genuinely concerned about helping the couple survive financially. The emotional family progress became even more visible during a recent 90 Day Fiancé spin-off episode where Jenny and Sumit renewed their wedding vows to celebrate their third anniversary. Unlike their first wedding, this ceremony included Sumit's parents, Sana and Anil, who attended and supported the event. For Jenny, it represented a dream she had waited years to experience, true acceptance from the family that once wanted her gone. During this difficult period, Sumit's parents even offered the couple a place to stay while Sumit searched for work. Jenny initially felt frustrated that Sumit accepted the offer without discussing it with her first. Considering their painful history, her hesitation made complete sense. However, she also understood how meaningful this moment was for Sumit emotionally. Supporting her husband, Jenny agreed to move in with Sana and Anil, marking a completely new chapter in their complicated relationship. Now, in 2025, Jenny and Sumit appear happier than ever before. Recent photos and updates strongly suggest the couple is finally spending significant time together in the United States. After years of emotional suffering, judgment, financial stress, and family conflict in India, Jenny seems absolutely thrilled to be enjoying a calmer and more peaceful life with the man she fought so hard to keep. In recent pictures, both Jenny and Sumit look relaxed, confident, and genuinely happy together. Many fans believe America has given Sumit a new sense of freedom and independence. He appears more carefree and comfortable, even showing off a stylish new hairstyle with natural curls. Jenny also looks healthier and emotionally lighter compared to previous seasons, where constant stress weighed heavily on her. Their smiles now seem more genuine than ever before. Looking back, it is honestly remarkable that Jenny and Sumit survived everything they went through together. From catfishing scandals and secret marriages to cultural rejection, financial struggles, family hatred, and endless emotional breakdowns, their relationship faced obstacles that would destroy most couples completely. Yet somehow they stayed together through it all. Today, the couple seem to be finally living the peaceful and loving life they spent years fighting for. While their journey was messy, controversial, and emotionally exhausting, Jenny and Sumit proved that their relationship was far more than a temporary reality TV romance. After years of heartbreak, sacrifice, and patience, the 90-Day Fiancé couple finally appeared to be enjoying the happy ending they always dreamed about. When fans of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way were first introduced to Jenny Slatin and Sumit Singh, almost nobody believed their relationship would survive for very long. From the beginning, their love story seemed filled with impossible obstacles, emotional pain, shocking secrets, family drama, and nonstop controversy. Over the years, viewers watched the couple struggle through betrayal, cultural differences, financial hardship, and intense pressure from Sumit's traditional Indian family. Many couples in the franchise have broken apart under far less pressure, yet somehow Jenny and Sumit continued fighting for each other even when everything around them seemed to be falling apart. Their unusual relationship actually began online in one of the most controversial ways imaginable. Long before cameras started following their lives, Sumit was working at a call center in India when he decided to create a fake identity on social media. Pretending to be a handsome American man named Michael Jones, Sumit used stolen modeling photos to talk to women online. Eventually, he connected with Jenny Slatin, a woman from California who was looking for companionship and emotional connection. Jenny had absolutely no idea that the charming man she was talking to was completely fake. For months, the two developed a strong emotional relationship through messages, phone calls, and online conversations. Jenny slowly fell deeply in love with the person she believed Sumit was. When Sumit eventually confessed the truth and admitted he was not really Michael Jones, many people expected Jenny to immediately end the relationship forever. Viewers later admitted they were shocked that she chose forgiveness instead of walking away. Jenny believes that while the fake photos and fake name were wrong, the emotions between them were still genuine. She felt that Sumit truly cared about her and that their bond was real underneath all the deception. That decision completely changed both of their lives and started one of the most unforgettable storylines in the history of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. However, the catfishing scandal was only the beginning of their problems. One of the biggest issues surrounding the couple was their massive age gap. Jenny was around 30 years older than Sumit, something his traditional Indian family could never fully accept. His parents strongly believed he should marry a younger Indian woman who fit their cultural expectations and family traditions. Sumit's mother, Sana, especially struggled with the relationship. She felt embarrassed by the situation and feared what relatives and neighbors would think. In their eyes, Jenny did not fit the image of the ideal daughter-in-law. The tension inside the family became so severe that Sumit's parents arranged a marriage for him with another woman. Despite marrying someone else, Sumit secretly continued his relationship with Jenny behind everyone's backs. Even after everything that happened, the emotional connection between Jenny and Sumit remained extremely powerful. Their relationship became even more serious when Jenny made the life-changing decision to leave the United States and permanently move to India during season 1 of The Other Way. Jenny believed this move would finally allow them to start a peaceful life together after years of long-distance struggles. Unfortunately, reality turned out to be much more painful than she expected. Shortly after arriving in India, Jenny discovered that Sumit had hidden enormous secrets from her. Not only had he failed to tell his family she was moving in with him, but he also never revealed he was still legally married. The revelation devastated Jenny emotionally. Fans watched her break down in tears as she realized the man she trusted had once again betrayed her. Many viewers thought this shocking discovery would finally end their relationship permanently. Social media exploded with criticism towards Sumit, with fans calling him dishonest and manipulative. However, despite the heartbreak and humiliation, Jenny once again chose to stay with him. Her love for Sumit appeared stronger than the chaos surrounding them. For a long time, Sumit lived a dangerous double life. He secretly stayed with Jenny while still trying to maintain appearances with his wife's family and his parents. He constantly traveled back and forth between homes, trying to hide the truth from everyone involved. Eventually, the situation completely exploded when his in-laws discovered what was happening. The confrontation became one of the most dramatic moments ever seen in the franchise. Cameras captured intense emotional scenes as family members argued, shouted, and demanded answers. After months of conflict and emotional pressure, Sumit finally decided to move forward with divorcing his first wife. The process was complicated, stressful, and emotionally draining for everyone involved. Once the divorce moved forward, Jenny and Sumit finally began openly building a life together in India without hiding their relationship anymore. The couple eventually settled into a bungalow in Uttar Pradesh. During season 2 of The Other Way, fans got a closer look at their new home and daily life together. One particularly memorable moment involved a traditional Hindu house blessing ceremony performed to purify their new home and bring positive energy into the space. The ceremony was deeply emotional and symbolic for the couple because it represented a fresh beginning after years of secrecy and pain. A priest guided Jenny and Sumit through several sacred rituals while chanting Sanskrit prayers. Water was poured into their hands using leaves, and Jenny carefully balanced a ceremonial flower pot on her head during part of the blessing. Fans were especially surprised when a cow was brought into the home as part of the traditional customs. For Sumit, the ceremony was an important way of honoring his culture while beginning this new chapter with Jenny by his side. Even though they were finally together openly, life in India remained emotionally exhausting for Jenny. Sumit's parents continued criticizing her and blaming her for destroying their son's future. Sana openly insulted Jenny many times on camera and even threatened to disown Sumit after learning he had secretly married her. The emotional pressure placed on the couple became almost unbearable at times. Fans constantly questioned whether their marriage could realistically survive the non-stop negativity and stress. At one point, Jenny and Sumit seriously considered leaving India entirely and starting over somewhere else. Thailand quickly became an exciting possibility after fellow 90 Day Fiancé stars David Toborowski and Annie Suwan introduced them to a beautiful condo in Jomtien Beach. During an episode of 90 Day Diaries, David proudly showed them the fully furnished one-bedroom property worth approximately 2.1 million Thai baht. The condo's peaceful atmosphere, beach access, and foreign ownership advantages made it extremely attractive to the couple. Jenny especially seemed interested in escaping the judgment and emotional tension that constantly surrounded them in India. Fans believed moving to Thailand could finally give them the peaceful life they had been searching for during all these years. However, after carefully thinking about the situation, Jenny and Sumit eventually decided to remain in India. Rather than running away from family problems, they chose to continue trying to repair relationships and create peace within the family. In one of the most shocking developments in their entire story, Sumit's mother, Sana, slowly began softening towards Jenny. During a 2024 episode of 90 Day Diaries, viewers witnessed a moment many thought would never happen. Sana officially accepted Jenny as her daughter-in-law after years of hatred, arguments, and rejection. Fans who had watched the family's painful history could hardly believe the dramatic change. The emotional moment deeply affected both of them, although some viewers remained skeptical about whether the acceptance would truly last long-term. The progress between the women was impossible to ignore. Over time, Jenny and Sana slowly built mutual understanding and respect, despite everything they had experienced together. Around this same period, Jenny and Sumit downsized and moved into a smaller apartment inside a gated community. While the apartment was smaller than their old bungalow, it offered better security, cleaner surroundings, and more manageable expenses. Financial problems had become increasingly serious after Sumit lost his restaurant job. He struggled finding new work because many cooking positions required professional culinary training and certifications. The financial pressure created stress inside the marriage, especially because Jenny was already in her mid-60s. Eventually, Sumit opened up to his mother about their struggles and even suggested that Jenny might need to work again despite her age. Surprisingly, Sana supported the idea and seemed genuinely concerned about helping the couple survive financially. One of the most emotional moments in their journey came when Jenny and Sumit renewed their wedding vows during a recent spin-off episode celebrating their 3rd anniversary. Unlike their original wedding ceremony, this time Sumit's parents attended and supported the celebration. For Jenny, it felt like the acceptance she had spent years desperately hoping for. During this difficult chapter, Sumit's parents even offered the couple a place to stay while Sumit continued searching for stable employment. Jenny initially felt upset because Sumit accepted the offer without discussing it with her first. Considering all the painful history between her and his parents, her hesitation made complete sense. However, she also understood how important this opportunity was for Sumit emotionally and mentally. Wanting to support her husband, Jenny agreed to move in with Sana and Anil, beginning yet another new chapter in their complicated journey together. Now, in 2025, Jenny and Sumit appear happier and more peaceful than they have ever been before. Recent photos and updates strongly suggest the couple is spending significant time together in the United States. After years of emotional suffering, criticism, financial struggles, and family conflict in India, Jenny seems incredibly relieved and happy to finally enjoy a calmer life with a man she fought so hard to stay with. In recent pictures, both Jenny and Sumit look relaxed, confident, and genuinely in love. Many fans believe America has given Sumit a stronger sense of independence and freedom. He appears more comfortable and carefree than previous years, even showing off a stylish curly hairstyle that fans quickly noticed online. Jenny also looks emotionally lighter and healthier compared to earlier seasons where constant stress and family pressure visibly affected her. Looking back at everything they endured together, it is honestly shocking that Jenny and Sumit managed to survive as a couple. Between catfishing scandals, secret marriages, family hatred, cultural rejection, financial stress, emotional breakdowns, and endless criticism from viewers, their relationship faced obstacles that would destroy most couples completely. 90 Day Fiancé Jenny Slatan and Sumit Singh's big move is surprising. Did they move to the U.S.? 90 Day Fiancé couple Jenny Slatan and Sumit Singh have made a big move after spending the last 5 years together in India. Sumit was working at a call center when he catfished Jenny from California by pretending to be Michael Jones for a year. Jenny quickly forgave Sumit when he finally confessed to the truth. Sumit and Jenny's 30-year age gap was not okay for his parents, so they married him off to a woman of their choice. However, Sumit continued dating Jenny long distance until she came to India in The Other Way Season 1. Sumit was born and raised in Delhi. When Jenny moved to India in The Other Way Season 1, Sumit had not told his parents about her decision. He also kept Jenny in the dark about his first marriage. Sumit used to make trips between his accommodation with Jenny and his parents' house until he was finally caught by his in-laws. Once it was decided that he would get divorced from his first wife, Sumit began living with Jenny in a bungalow in the state of Uttar Pradesh, India. In 90 Day Fiancé's The Other Way Season 2, fans got a glimpse of Jenny and Sumit's traditional Hindu house blessing ceremony at the Noida house. As part of the ritual, a priest stood at the entrance and guided them through several symbolic customs before they could step into their new home. He poured water into their hands using a leaf and instructed them to wave their hands above their heads. Sumit explained that the ceremony was meant to purify the space and remove negative energy. The blessing involved Sanskrit chants, a flower pot Jenny carried on her head, and even a surprise cow indoors. Jenny and Sumit considered moving to Thailand, with David Tabarovsky and Annie Suwan offering their condo in Jomtien Beach as a potential home. David, now a real estate agent, showcased the fully furnished one-bedroom unit to Jenny and Sumit during a segment on 90 Day Diaries. The condo's proximity to the beach and its foreign ownership status made it an appealing option for the couple, especially given their challenges in India. Despite the enticing offer, Jenny and Sumit ultimately decided to remain in India, continuing their journey together. In a surprising turn of events revealed in a January 2024 episode of 90 Day Diaries, Sumit's mother, Sana, officially accepted Jenny as her daughter-in-law. For years, Sana strongly opposed their relationship, even going so far as to threaten to disown Sumit after he secretly married Jenny. However, she changed her stance. The emotional moment touched both Sumit and Jenny, though some fans remained skeptical about whether this acceptance would lead to lasting peace in the family. In the latest season of 90 Day Diaries, Sumit and Jenny moved into a clean, well-maintained apartment inside a gated community. Though smaller than their old bungalow, it was a more comfortable and secure option. They chose to downsize due to rising rent and the deteriorating condition of their former home. Even so, the new place was still expensive, especially after Sumit lost his restaurant job. On the upside, Jenny and Sumit's mother, Sana, have grown close over the past 15 months. Feeling the pressure, Sumit confided in his mom and asked 65-year-old Jenny to consider working, and Sadhna agreed. In the latest 90 Day Fiancé spin-off episode, Sumit and Jenny renewed their wedding vows for their 3-year anniversary. This time, Sumit's parents, Sana and Anil, were part of the ceremony, unlike the first wedding. They offered Sumit a place to stay since he was still unemployed, as many jobs he applied for required trained chefs. Jenny was upset that Sumit accepted the offer without consulting her first, but she understood how important this opportunity was for Sumit, emotionally and mentally. Wanting to support her husband, Jenny agreed to move in with Sana and Anil, beginning yet another new chapter in their complicated journey together. Where does Jenny live in 2025? Jenny appears to be happy with Sumit in the USA. In fact, she appears to be elated to be living her dream life with a man she really loves. In the picture above, the duo pose for the camera with both looking remarkably content. They've been through so much, and their life as a couple hasn't always been easy. However, their worst problems now seem to be over. Jenny wrote, "While she poses a question that a lot of people can relate to, the picture tells another story. She's obviously thrilled to be with Sumit in America. For Jenny, life in India was often stressful. Sumit's parents judged her, making her feel subhuman. They were really mean. Jenny's a strong person, but anyone would be appalled if they were treated that way. She was too old for them and not domestic enough. She didn't fit their ideal of what a daughter-in-law should be." However, some of that was probably cultural. While differences in cultures are real and should be respected, it wasn't Jenny's fault that she didn't fit the mold. She hung in there, withstanding verbal abuse from her parents that would probably make a lot of people run away. Why? Well, she loves Sumit. She was in it for the long haul, wanting a marriage and the proverbial happy ending. The issue is that Sumit had a lot of problems to solve before he could make that dream a reality. It seemed that Sumit would let her down. However, he didn't. He eventually married Jenny, and he's still with her. He appears truly to love his American partner. He seems very chilled out, perhaps reveling in the freedom that life in the US can bring. He's showing off a new hairstyle with gorgeous natural curls. Both of them look great. They've transformed their lives, and the 90 Day Fiancé stars seem to be having more fun this year than ever before. They deserve their hard-won happiness.